The United Arab Emirates are also called the Pearls of the Persian Gulf. The confederation, stretching across 83,000 square kilometers, spreads on the Arabian Peninsula, in the midst of Qatar, Oman, and Saudi Arabia. The seven Emirates, Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Ash-Sharika, Ras Al Khaimah, Al Fujairah, Al Kaiwain, and Ajman established a political and economic federation on the 2nd of December 1971. The capitals bear the names of the Emirates. The largest city is Abu Dhabi. The most well-known is Dubai. Visitors have the possibility to see the sights by helicopter, from where the contrast can readily be seen. While magnificent sights, shiny concrete and metal and glass skyscrapers dominate, in the distance, underneath them, the old buildings with wind towers still stand, the covered bazaars, the souks, the busy markets, and colorful ports. And at the edge of the city, the huge sand dunes of the desert begin. Approximately 4 million people live in the United Arab Emirates. 85% of them are urbanites, since only 1% of the country's territory is habitable. Only the Bedouins living a tribal life are able to tolerate their nomad circumstances in the desert. Part of the plains covered with sand dunes belongs to the great Arabian desert, Arub al-Khali. There are only a few oases, and these are sometimes endangered by the rambling sand dunes. Dunes are known to ramble several hundreds of kilometers. They try to defend the settlements against these by planting forest belts. Lately, eucalyptus trees have been imported from Australia, and these are watered by underground pipelines. More than 50 years have passed since geologists searched for water under the sand of the desert. They made trial borings, but hit oil instead of water. Oil is cheaper than water around here. Black gold changed the life of the Arabian country. Goat and camel herders, fishermen and agricultural workers, until then living in poverty, suddenly became unbelievably rich. A large-scale infrastructural development program started from the income deriving from the oil sales. Nowadays, a highway of 3,300 kilometers is available for a country that didn't know any other transportation facilities other than horses and camel caravans until 1970. Dirham is the official currency of the Emirates, the stable exchange rate of which, compared to the US dollar, is 3.65. Tourists are recommended to take dollars with them because the dollar is exchanged at the best rate. It's worth it to exchange in shops and exchange offices, less so at hotel receptions. Travelers' checks are accepted by banks only, but it's possible to pay with bank cards almost everywhere, and there are also a lot of ATMs. These can also be used after 1 o'clock in the afternoon, when most of the banks close. Keep in mind that Friday is a day off here. Dubai is increasingly prided as the mecca of shopping tourism. Visitors primarily come here for the sake of gold, genuine pearls, textiles, and electronic products, but traditional Arabian goods, antiquities, and spices also change hands. But other products, especially gold and jewelry, are much cheaper than in Europe, thanks to the exemption from duties. The visitors of Dubai, wherever they go, are not allowed near the tempting shopping centers. There are more than 20 such facilities, with new ones opening continuously. Mainly the districts of Bur Dubai, Deira, Satwa, and Jumeirah can be considered shopping paradises. By finding and exploiting the oil treasure, unemployment ceased in the United Arab Emirates. What's more, most of the population consists of immigrants. 61% of the 4 million citizens is Arab, 22% is South Asian, 8% is Iranian. The spoken languages and practiced religions also vary according to this. Almost everybody speaks English except for the Arabs. This is due to the history of the country. Indian immigrants speak Hindi and Farsi. 96% of the population is Islamic. The followers of Hindi and Christian religions amount to only 4%. During your stay, be sure to show respect for the local citizens' sensitivity in regard to their religion, culture, and traditions. Ladies should definitely avoid provocative clothing, mini-skirts, and anything low-cut. Topless bathing is strictly prohibited on the beaches. Otherwise, public security is very good, and ladies can travel safely alone. Although there's only one mosque which non-Muslims are allowed to enter, if we visit there, be sure to wear appropriate clothing, not leaving arms and legs uncovered. Ideal clothing is otherwise light and exclusively made of natural materials. Never venture into the streets without a cap or hat, and good sunglasses are also necessary. Don't forget that the mean annual temperature is 30 degrees Celsius. Use high-factor suntan lotions to avoid burning. We might need a light pullover or jacket though, especially when going on a trip to the desert, where the temperature drops unexpectedly after sunset. Rain and a temperature of 10 degrees Celsius can occur in December and January, but it's very hot the rest of the year. Autumn and spring months are the most suitable for traveling because of the high humidity, and temperatures of over 40 degrees Celsius in the summer put a great strain on the European organism.